my YouTube channel. Today we shall be looking at Excel errors. There are common Excel errors which I will be taking you through. Let's use this Excel document. The most common Excel error is this, the hash. It is when the columns are not enough to fill the space. They appear like this. Like this. This is an error, meaning the space isn't enough for what text entered. So the only way to correct it is to increase the space like that. This is how we correct that error. And then another error is when maybe I want to add, but I use a different name. I put the equal sign, add, then open bracket. I put this column from first up to this row, and then close, then I press enter. This will bring me this error. This is because the function I've used, this is not its name. The best way to enter this function is to put, like remove this, then you put equal sign, then you put sum. This is the correct name for the function I've used before. Open bracket, put from here, then to the last, then press enter. It will bring me the sum from here to here. This is the correct way to have the summation for this one. Not to put hard, but to put sum. If you put add, it will give you the errors of name. That is not error. And then another common error is when I use division. The command, maybe I do this equal sign. Okay. Here, put equal sign. Then I divide this. This divide by this column, and I press enter. It will give me that answer. Then when I scroll it down, like autofill, this is the error it will bring. This is because 5,000 can't be divided by 0, so it will bring for me D0. That means this is an error because this column, this row is empty, so I can't divide this by this unless I fill in a figure here. This is why I see this error. This error comes when you are dividing this row, a filled row with an empty row. That is the problem. That is how that error comes about. The only way to correct it is to enter some figures here. Another error we can look at is the reference error, where maybe I insert some few figures here, like 2,000 for this part. Then maybe 2,500 for this part, and then I put a function here, maybe equal sign. Then this function, maybe still, maybe I had this plus this function. Press enter to give me 5,200, and I autofill for the remaining parts. But in case I make a mistake of deleting, cutting, then maybe I cut off this, or maybe I end up deleting this whole column. I right click and then I delete. This is what happens. This is a reference error. It means the where it was referring to has been deleted, so it can't refer to any other column. The column it was referring to has been deleted, so the answers can't correlate. So this, when I return back my cells column by pressing Ctrl Z, the answer comes back. That is the reference error and how to correct it. And then another type of error is the value error. This happens like when maybe I treat this, come here, put equal sign, then I put this, maybe this, minus this. Then I press enter. It will give me a negative showing it is correctly calculated. Then I autofill this. It will give me correctly because these empty spaces are treated as zeros. Because these values given here, it means these empty spaces are treated as zeros. But in case I make a mistake of putting any figure here, maybe missing, then I press enter. This is where the value error will come in. Value error. This is because now they can't understand this value. It's how the value error comes in. This row is no longer treated as 0. So the only way to correct this is to either treat it back as the way it was, or just put in a value there, or leave it the way it was, so it can be treated as a 0. And press enter, then to go back. This is the value error, when you first put in a function, then later you insert in something else, brings in the value error, and it's corrected that way. Those are most of the most common errors. Maybe you can add some like the num error, that is when you put in incorrect data type, or overflow. Then the null or not, that is non-existent or invalid reference. Then there are those calculation errors where you have such a reference, division by 0, the ones I've been showing you. Data entry errors, or the tabs or incorrect formatting, those type of errors. Let's always try to avoid errors in Excel, and in case you make an error, try to correct it using the ways I've helped you to correct. Let's try to learn how to use Excel errors, and remember to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.